Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Randomly Offensive. It is no secret that Warner Brothers have been in a tough situation with the DCEU. More oftentimes than not, their films tanking at the box office due to their bad reputation of making poor decisions, ruining our characters, and using the names of our most beloved heroes to produce garbage. However, now there is a little bit of hope for both Warner Brothers and for the fans. They have decided to walk away from the DCEU past and forget about their past mistakes. And now they're starting a whole new universe, and they're using the Batman to kick it off. Now, at first, this sounded like a horrible idea when I first read about it, but now, after seeing the trailer that was released in December 27th, 2021, it might actually work. Warner Bros. Might actually be able to pick themselves up from the mess that they created for themselves with a whole new universe that is the universe we've been waiting for when it comes to the DCU. And of course, we have to do a deep dive on this trailer because they've put enough detail into this trailer to make us know that they mean business and they're actually trying this time. And that's what we want. Now, there are absolute chances that this is going to flop. There are absolute chances that this is going to backfire and this universe will be no good. But we won't be able to know until we see what's on the big screen. So until then, let's nitpick the hell out of this trailer, do a deep dive, and try to figure out what we're going to get in the movie, but also what we're going to get in the future. Now, the first thing I want to make clear is I am not a comic book expert, especially with DC. I have not picked up a DC comic book in years, and I am a movie buff. I love movies, and I like superhero movies. They are enjoyable to watch, but I am no expert. So if I get anything wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments below. With that said, I adore, I love, and I'm excited about the adaptation of the Riddler in this movie. The trailer delivered him so mysteriously and so well, and they're using him to actually create mystery around Batman. Batman, we have seen his origin story so many times, but in this movie, they actually spin it in a way where you're not sure what his past actually is, and that's incredibly refreshing for this Bat-costumed vigilante. It is going to be incredible to see him already being the Batman for 2 years, already being a vigilante for 2 years. He is seasoned enough to be good at what he does, but he is a rookie enough to where he has limits and he has flaws. And the expectation that this trailer puts on us is that those limits are going to be pushed to the max, and there is a threat lurking for the Batman by the Riddler, and that is incredible to see, and that's gonna be so awesome to see, because the Riddler has been done injustice in the past, and now we get to see the Riddler in such a cool manner, in a fashion that we have been wanting to see him in, because it just makes sense to have him this mysterious serial killer type character, and to use this as the antagonist against the Batman is genius, and they put so many hints in the trailer. You have the question mark in the coffee cup. When does Batman receive it? When does Bruce Wayne receive that? Or is it someone else that receives it? And then you have the map, right? You have the message, a real change, in the middle of a drawn map of the entire city of Gotham. You have the "not as smart as I thought you were" comment, meaning he has been watching Batman for a while and thought that Batman would be a mental challenge, a strategic opponent. And he actually wants a challenge, and that is great to see in a villain. You want to see a villain being just as motivated to push himself to the edge as the superhero. That is what we want in our villains. He is going to be built up in a way that we haven't seen a villain built up since the Joker in the Dark Knight. And it's it's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. And one of the things that I really loved about this trailer is seeing the more classic style of the Batmobile. It's fantastic. Now, in the time era that this movie takes place, there is a huge chance it is going to cross over with the Joker. Now, is that a fact? Absolutely not, but it is a fun theory that's been floating around, and I think it'd be great. I know that there was an article saying that they were going to be in a completely separate universe. However, that was before it did so well in the box office, and it makes sense that they're going to cash in on this, right? So, then we get a green paint stained locker that says where it all began, and that hints to us that there's more to how Bruce Wayne became the Batman in this new universe than there was in the past. There is a lot more mystery behind Batman, and it's refreshing. Like I already said, it's incredibly refreshing, and he's been Batman for a while, so we have no idea what has been going on for these past 2 years. We have no idea who the Batman in this universe really is. But there's a couple things that scare me about this trailer. The first thing that scares me about this trailer is it looks like Catwoman is going to have a huge role in this movie. Now, is that a bad thing? Absolutely not. But when you put it into context as of them wanting to replace Batman with a Batwoman in the recent 2022 article, and wanting to replace Superman with Supergirl, this is a little scary. They're showing a more seasoned Batman, a Batman that's already been a vigilante for a couple years now, and I feel like we're only going to have him for a short amount of time. I believe this is going to be a trilogy. I believe that this is going to be a 3-movie deal, and then Batman dies off and passes the reign over to Batwoman. And is that something I'm looking forward to? Absolutely not. But with them making a mostly female DCEU, this Catwoman is probably going to steal the show, because that's how it was most likely written. I don't like how often I saw another hero in a first Batman film, a film that was going to kick off an entire universe. We did not see Black Widow in the first Iron Man. It was about Iron Man. It was about Tony Stark. This should have been the same way. The first Batman movie of a cinematic universe should be about Batman and his villain, and that is it. But now we have Catwoman, and that's where this gets scary. That's where this gets worrisome, because how little of a part is the Batman going to have? Now, I don't think they're going to sideline him, but I do feel like they are using this movie to set up future movies, and they should really just focus on the movie itself. Make this as good of a movie as you possibly can. Now, I do look forward to the more Sherlock Holmesy type story that was pitched to us almost 2 years ago now, and it was more of a mind game, mind battle. Now, it may still be that way, but I saw an awful lot of action in this, and I do feel like they rewrote a big part of the script to adapt this movie to the new vision that they're having for the DCEU. And I am not excited about that. I want it to be the DCU. I want to have this Batman for a while. Now, are 3 movies not long enough? Absolutely not. But how much Batman are we going to see in the Batman trilogy? And are we even going to get a trilogy? Absolutely. There's no way they're going to end this movie as a one-off. We're going to still have Batman after this movie. However, is he going to face off against the Joker? And which version of the Joker is it going to be? Is it going to be a whole new version? Because they've rebooted him so many times, that's not refreshing. And they're going with a whole new, refreshing take on this trailer. Now, I do love the suit. The suit is a great suit. It has more of a Batman Beyond style suit. It's sleek. It's stylish. It looks like it could be used realistically in combat. It doesn't look bulky or heavy. And it shows that he is Batman without the suit, and that is fun to see. I think we're going to see a lot more Bruce Wayne than we're going to see Batman in this film. And one of my most favorite things about this little trailer here is the button. The what is it called? The cufflink, right? That has the W on it for Wayne. And I think it's hinting at his father being a criminal. And if that is the case, then that will link directly to the Joker we got in a couple years ago. And that, I hope they do that. I hope they do that. Because if this movie turns out to be the second movie in a universe, not only will that blow people's minds, but it'll get them excited. They're like, oh my goodness, we were already 2 movies in, we had no idea. And now we're 2 movies in, and this universe is good. We've had 2 good movies in this universe. And I hope they let go of all their previous ideas and all their previous visions for turning this into a female-based DC film. Now, I'm fine with a female character, but she has to be a good character. She has to have flaws. And so when we watch this movie, that's what I'm going to be looking for the most. Does Catwoman have flaws? Does she fail? Or is she near perfect? Because we don't want a near perfect hero. Why watch a superhero who's already perfect? We don't get to watch them grow, we don't get to watch them adapt, and we don't get to watch a story arc. We're just watching a character be badass for the sake of being badass. So as long as they stay away from that, and as long as they just focus on giving us a good story, I think this will be great. And there's just so much here. I feel like there's a couple flashbacks throughout this movie, which will also be great. And I believe the flashbacks are going to come from the hints that Hitler leaves, and it's going to trigger a PTSD type reaction from Bruce Wayne. And I think that the design of this movie could be brilliant, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. What do you guys think? Are you guys looking forward to this movie, or are you scared they're going to botch it like they've been botching everything else lately? Absolutely let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button, and yeah, take care of yourselves. Bye.